look like. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In this live streaming, I'm going to share with you the comparison. I did some research lately because we are looking for apartment at first, and then I also explore the opportunity of staying in hotel. So in this video, I'm going to compare prices. I'm going to compare the type of amenities. I'm going to compare the service, the lifestyle, the benefit of each individual, whether hotel or apartment, and which one I would prefer to choose to stay with. So welcome to my channel. My name is Esti. I am a Singaporean living in Sweden for the past 26 plus year. So during the winter, we usually like to travel. Usually we travel around, 1 month. But this next year, 2025, we are going to extend our travel because we want to avoid the winter here in Sweden. So this is going to be really exciting, and I hope you guys find the information helpful. Whether you choose to stay in hotel or apartment is really up to you. This is really individual. So I've been doing a lot of research, and I like the idea at first to rent an apartment in Danang, in Vietnam, which is the central of Vietnam. It is a very popular spot and the world most cheapest place to retire or having a long holidays. And this place is not just very popular with beach, it has everything that offers for a nature lover, and also city life and beach life. So I'm going to do a video about that later on. In fact, I did a video earlier on about this topic, and you can go and check it out on my YouTube playlist under travel, or rather I think I named it under travel tips. So you can go and check it out. So let's jump on. All right, let's jump on to this topic. First of all, like I said, I was really interested in looking for apartment in Danang, and I did some research. There are a lot of Facebook group where you could join, and you can see a property agent offering different type of apartment alternative. Usually a studio apartment or one bedroom apartment or a two bedroom apartment, all depending on your preference or your size of your company. So we are looking at something studio and one room apartment. And the thing is, with renting apartment, you are required, most of them do not include the electricity, doesn't include the water, some even include the Wi-Fi. So you have to pay like a small fees for the Wi-Fi, some of them, but I think most of them have Wi-Fi. But I heard the Wi-Fi is really bad. So if you are working like a digital nomad, you need to have a very fast internet. But if you are like me, we don't use so much of a Wi-Fi, so I think normal hotel Wi-Fi works for us. And then on top of that, usually if you rent an apartment, they would prefer you to sign for a 3-month lease, which means to say you need to have at least a 90 days visa, tourist visa. And also you want to pay deposit. So depend, a lot of people, they advertise like, oh, if you stay for 1 month, you pay for 1 month deposit. If you stay for 2 months, you pay for 2 months. I think that is a bit too much. And seriously, I think I'm not ready to pay like 2 months deposit for, the amount of time that you stay there. You don't know. And, when you come to a new place, you are really scared. What that I'm most afraid is not just beside the deposit maybe being forfeited for any stupid thing that we have done, or we break the furniture or what, but the thing is that it feels like a hassle, because when you are renting a place, you want to be responsible for everything, right? you have to pay the bills for the water and the electricity, and you do not know how much is that. And then you have to pay like deposit, you have to sign a contract, you have to maybe open a bank account to um, to work on the contract, and then maybe pay them by, post gyro or whatever agreement that you guys have signed on. And also, most of the location, they are a little bit outskirts, so that's why they are much cheaper and they are very compatible. So for my case, I find that this seems to be so quite attractive from the beginning. So I went on to searching for all kinds of apartment, and then I realized that, wow, if I have an apartment, there's a lot of responsibility. You have to cook. Maybe some apartment don't clean, but they said they will clean. But I heard a lot of people complain that cleaning is not so good. So you have to clean, you have to cook, you have to wash your clothes yourself, right? So all this is like, what's the difference of you staying at home and being in a holiday? So I told myself, oh, okay, I think maybe I'll do the food research. And then I realized the food is extremely cheap. If you were to eat a meal in Danang, for example, it can cost you between $2 to $5. Right? That is really cheap for a meal. So I did some calculation and I did some homework here. So I'm going to share with you at the end, what I prefer, the costs like compared to hotel and apartment, and which is best for me. It may be not for you, but it is for me because I'm the type person. I'm very lazy. When I go on a holiday, I want to make sure that want to be pampered. I don't want to spend time sitting in the kitchen or cooking like 1-2 hours, and then get sweat, and then I'm so tired. I don't have time to go out and enjoy myself. I'll be like health sloot, and that's what I don't want. And I want to be able to explore the country, right? So you have more free time. You are more awake. You're being pampered. Somebody take care of the cooking, somebody take care of the laundry. And because all this is really affordable, the hotel, first of all, I would say that the hotel here in Danang is really affordable. Anyone, right, can easily afford a hotel. And I'm going to break down the price later for you. And I see there is no reason. If I were to stay in a hotel, I would have more time to explore the area. I will have more quality time with my partner. We don't have to blame on each other the different kind of responsibility. Hey, go and wash dishes. Hey, go and wash clothes, Go and hang clothes, go and iron clothes. All this is going to be like a hassles. So it will be ideal if I were to stay in a hotel or somewhere like a homestay where everything is being taken care of. And I see that's an opportunity. So I went on deep finding and I realized, oh my God, actually, hotel is not that bad either. I mean, later, okay? And then apartment with all the small hassles, and that would put me on a lot of stress. I will be worried, okay, the deposit, the contract. I don't want to sign contract, I want to be able to, I mean, even though we are responsible adults, we will definitely take care of the places, and we will even prefer to clean the places ourselves. But still, hi Rosalina. Thank you for watching. So I think it's really important. And I think as a traveler, you have to know what you want. If you want to live in an apartment, you must be ready for responsibility. If you want to stay in a hotel, you must be ready to pay the price. And surprisingly, the price will definitely surprise you. Okay, let's jump on, all right? Let's do the comparison. If I were to stay in a hotel, you guys have stayed in a hotel, you guys know, right? When you stay in a hotel, usually the hotel will provide breakfast, and then the room is normally taken care. They will come in and clean the floor, and they will I noticed that when we were in Danang, they come into our room every single day and make the bed for us, clean the floor and the toilet for us. They put water bottles, and then they have all this toiletry that they, if let's say it's finished, they will replenish for you. So that's mean you save cost on water, you save cost on toiletry if you're gonna not gonna bring so much, because I know this toiletry is extremely expensive. Things like deodorant, shampoo, all this is quite expensive because these are imported things. And of course, also, of course, what do you think when you wake up in the morning, right? You don't look like stressed out making breakfast. You want to just be served, right? So, and then what you do is just take a chill out, maybe put on clothes and go out. That was what we did when we were in Vietnam. So let me just put the light a little bit here. So have breakfast, and then we just chill out and then go back to the room. Maybe after breakfast we are very tired, we are not young anymore. So we go back to the room and then we rest, and then in the afternoon we go out to the beach, which is not a good idea. I'm going to tell you why. The reason, because it's the hottest day, it's the hottest time of the day, so try avoid going during lunchtime or between lunchtime. So what we did is we ate very late breakfast, so it becomes like a brunch to us. So in that case, we save money on lunch, right? And some breakfast, they also provide you fresh fruit, so you don't have to pay. Hi, Liana. So you don't have to pay, and then you know you are being taken care of. You don't have to make the bed sheet, you don't have to clean the hotel room. You maybe enjoy, some of the hotel they have like swimming pool, or they have a gym, or they have a lounge where you can sit down and just relax. And then you can associate with the hotel staff. The last time when we were there with a hotel, we were there like 8 days, and we were like big friend, BFF. After that, the hotel staff are so friendly. And then this means that you get to get local connection with the local people, right? Sometimes, if possible, you might even learn languages too. So you don't have to pay water bill, you don't have to pay electricity bill, you don't have to pay Wi-Fi, because everything is included, right? And then you don't have to pay deposit. How cool is that, right? You don't have to pay deposit, and you don't have to sign a contract. You don't have to open a bank account. So you just stay the amount of time that you prefer. Let's say, there are over 1,500, was it 1,500? LG was telling me 1,500 hotels and hotels with apartment in Danang, which means that it's a lot of choice for you. You feel like staying here for maybe 2 weeks or 1 week. If you don't like it, you move to another hotel. And to go from moving from one hotel to the other hotel, oh my God, it's really affordable. All you need to call the Grab. They will come and pick you up, and you pay like $2 to go to the next hotel. I think this is making sense to me, and I find that with comparison, and also logically, geographically, um, the logically and practically, the hotel has better amenities. They are usually close to restaurant, they are usually close to the beach, and they have bus station, bus services, and you can go to different parts of Danang without worrying, because and bus fee there, I tell you, is so cheap. It's like almost for free, when you take a bus in Danang. And the communication in Danang, if you live near the main street, they are really, really good. And it's like 1.50 or 20 cents, just to go away. And oh my God, you won't believe it's so cheap. And this is what I think about hotel. And to stay in an apartment, like I said, you have to pay, you have to be responsible for all the things. And then usually the location of the apartment is usually the outer side, because all these apartments are actually private owner that owns this place, and usually there is a guard. You talk about 24 hours. Sometimes you can see the guard sitting there, but they're not there like 24/7. So, and then you cannot if you come back late at night, all right, if you go to the pub and then you come back late, you see the guard lying down. We literally saw the guard was like lying down with the mattress in front of the entrance, all right. But not every apartment has that, unless you're willing to pay really high price apartment, like maybe $1,000 per month. Maybe you can get that kind of more tight security, and with the pool, with the gym, um, but still they are often far away from the city. And I noticed some hotel in the city, or maybe near the beach area, they also have like small studio apartment for you to rent. And I heard, because when we were there, we start to notice that how come there's a lot of people and we are seeing the same people all the time. And we happened to spoke to one English guy who is a retired, a pension. He was staying in the same hotel, but right up top on the higher floor, where he has his studio apartment. And what does the studio apartment consist of? Consists of a big, maybe a single bed, or depending on if they are double or single. And then they always have like a small, not even kitchen, but like more like a pantry, with maybe a cooker, one plate cooker, a water boiler, a tiny fridge. That's it. And some hotel, they do provide that. They call that the family room. And those room, the rate is not very cheap. They are quite expensive. But if the hotel really, in the bad, like booking season, they will reduce the price and they will offer you like a deal. So maybe they will offer you like, okay, 9,000, 9 million dong, 9 million dong for maybe 1 month. But again, you know, why should I find that there's no reason. Why should I pay like a whole month, where I don't because I'm very frequent minded. I like to explore different parts of Vietnam or Da Nang. And maybe I might like to go to another city, or maybe I'm sick of that area, and maybe it's noisy. So you really have to stay in the hotel for at least 1 week to feel the environment, to feel the service, to see the food, like the breakfast. Do they change every day, or do you eat the same old breakfast every time for the whole month? Then it's not a stupid idea to change, right, from one hotel to the other hotel. And also because Da Nang is so different. There are different regions. The north part of the beach area is the Korean area. The center part is the digital nomad, and the lower part is those people are more exclusive. They want the resort kind of treatment, and they pay a high price. So these are the area. And maybe, it is not a stupid idea to move from one hotel to the other, right? So you have the flexibility to enjoy like different district. Like, oh, okay, I want to try 2 weeks in the Korean district. And then explore, maybe you get to know friends, and maybe you really like, or maybe you don't even like that area, right? Because I noticed Danang place, there are certain beach there are like full with fishermen in certain hours, so you cannot go there for a swim in the afternoon. So maybe the best part is near the tourist area, where they are more open for people to like, more tourists to go, and more family oriented. And of course, all those places are more congested, are more people. So for me, I would prefer to stay, a bit further up north, where there is more calm and more quiet. And of course, the price of those hotels there is much, much lower. I'm going to put a link in my affiliated link with trip.com, because I find that they have really good rate on the hotel and the flight. Very cheap hotel and very cheap flight. So I make sure you go and check it out. All right. So this is what I feel. Uh, I personally feel that a hotel is more suitable for me, my personality, because I like to move around and I like to like check out on different hotel and see, hey, yeah, how come I'm missing out? I mean, you never know until you go. And in Danang, you can easily go in to any hotel or hotel apartment, go and talk to them and say, hey, I want to check out a room here. Can I see the room? Yeah. So best thing is for my tips is check into the hotel there for the first hotel that you stay, maybe a little bit between 10 to $15, still cheap, and then stay there for 4 5 days and then explore the area, because with these 4 5 days you are able to explore the whole of Danang, including the city side. All right, they have the city side and they have the beach side, so it's just divided between 3 beaches. So it's really, very easy to move around there. So here is my finding after reading everything. Uh, as you know, hotel room in terms of size, they are around, because you were thinking, oh my God, hotel room is so small, right? If let's say we're going to stay like 2 weeks, I don't want to be stuck in the room. Hi, Bikita. So, hotel room, I found on trip.com, there are rooms that are around 25 square meter. It is not a small room, right? If you find hotels that are outside, slightly away from the beach, like 5-10 minutes walk, you can find really good hotel with big room, with balcony, and with a swimming pool and including breakfast. I mean, I can guarantee you sure can find that, all right? And I was talking about LG. I said, being staying in Vietnam, because I know Vietnam, I want to have a balcony. But if you open the door of the room, depending on where you stay, if you are staying near the tourist area, you will hear traffic all the time. I can guarantee you, they like when they ride the scooter, they like, so you can hear all this all the time. Unless you're staying like not the main street, the inner lane, and they have a small street. All the small streets are very, very quiet, and all the small streets has nice cheap hotel. Okay, and this small cheap hotel has a lot of things to offer. I have checked the area. I thought, well, maybe this place look a little bit deserted, huh? But if you click onto the Googles, you can check. Okay, I'm interested in this hotel. Let me check if there are shops where I could eat, where I could go to beach, what is the distance. So with all this trip.com, you can even check whether there are balcony in that hotel room, and you can also check, oh, I want maybe a balcony view with maybe to the sea if possible. If not, at least there is a nicer view. So go and check my affiliated link trip.com, and when you do the checking, there is a corner where you could filter. Click onto the filter and then you check what is your requirement, and then let them do the job for you, and then they will come up with a few different offers, and also put the marking like a star or a heart, so that you come back to the hotel and compare with other hotels. All right, so this is my way of doing when I check on the hotel that I like, and then I mark them, I label them, and I can easily come back to them for reference. So for me, my requirement is that, this is like at least, I think everybody should require. You should have a room that is not too small, because you want to stay there. If you are a long, we call that, people would like to stay long. I would suggest that you don't book a hotel more than 1 week. Book a hotel if you are staying for a long time. But if you are staying for a short time, I think you should like book like 4 days, or 4 days here, 4 days there, and compare. But because we are staying long term, so for me, I rather book a hotel that is like 1 week, and then I see the service, the breakfast, the amenity, the Wi-Fi, everything works, no problem, no leaking, because you can find hotels with leaking. Okay, you can find hotels with a lot of cockroaches in in Vietnam, and that is really normal. So if you really are scared for that, make sure you check the review of the hotel, because all the hotel they have review. If they haven't have any review, you can always use the same name and go to Google's and check on the review there. Usually, there are review there. And I also heard that people are putting in fake review. Some hotel they may be buying people to write a good review about their hotel, which is not good. All right, so make sure you check out with the hotel. And I think, or the apartment, because some apartments they really have really um, good people working there, they don't cheat, but overall I find that Vietnamese people doesn't go that direction. All right, so but just that's why I said, you have to stay there for a few days, then you get to know the people, you get to know and feel the present, feel the service. All right, then you decided, should I continue to stay or should I move on? Huh? Not a stupid idea. Okay, let's see. The my requirement is at least 25 square meter with a balcony if possible. I don't want to pay for electricity. I don't want to pay for water. I don't pay for Wi-Fi. I don't want to pay for laundry if it's possible, but laundry is still very cheap because there are a lot of laundry marts and there's a lot of laundry service around, and they charge between $1 to $2 for each load. And this, bear in mind, this is really, really unbelievable. It's cheap, and they have a dryer too. All right. So if your area surrounding hotel has this kind of laundry, you don't have to do laundry yourself. Just give it to the lady, and then she will iron for you even, and then they will put this into these bags, plastic bag with the underwear, with the t-shirt, with the, come on. I mean, $1 to $2. That's so cheap, right? And then the meals, you know everywhere you go, it offers you a lot of varieties of meal. And I noticed the place where the digital nomad is, the prices is slightly higher compared to the place that is outside the tourist area. So the tourist area is about maybe 10-20% or even 30% higher compared to the north part, and which I'm going to be doing another live stream, and I'm going to show you a map, all right, which are the area that you should go and stay, and which are the area of the hotel you should go and find. So make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to put notification on so that you can check on the, what do you call that, the live streaming. So as I'm saying, my requirement is very, LG, he likes to do gym. So if possible, there's a gym. Whether there's a pool, it doesn't matter, because we are the beach kind of person. We like to go to beach, and we like to go to the beach, and we like to go shop. I like go shopping, and Danang really offers me everything that I need for my 3 month stay there. So now I'm going to just compare with you the quality of between the hotel and the apartment. I actually like to watch YouTube. Other YouTube people has been saying that like for few years or few months, and they always do this kind of review video. And for the past 1-2 months, I've been looking at a lot of this kind of video, and I come to one conclusion. um, I noticed that some of the apartment are really very nice, but of course, if you are willing to pay for a high price. But the mattress, if you were to ask them to change the mattress, if it's too hard or too long, too soft, you sign 1 month contract, they would not want to change the mattress for you. And some of the pillow, I don't know how many people have slept there, because if you have a private owner, some private owner can be very responsible. They will wash the pillow before the new owner come in, before the new tenant come in. They will have fresh washed pillow. But I doubt so, because those videos that I watch, the bed is like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. The pillow doesn't look fresh at all. So, at the end, you have to spend money when you stay in an apartment. Maybe if they don't want to change, you have to buy your own pillow. You have to buy your own like detergent. You have to buy like cooking things like soya sauce, oil, everything. And if you have to cook, you have to spend time. And cooking like take 1 hour, and you have to do what dishes too. And this is all a lot of responsibility. And you find no reason, there is absolutely no reason why you should cook, spend time to work, where you can be eating outside, more cheaper and more nutritious and more choice to choose. Is there any reason for you to do that now, right? So my next point is the apartment and the how much is it, right? So I'm reading my note now. I'm going to give you a very fast comparison in terms of breakfast. This is what I feel. I noticed when we were in Vietnam, the breakfast there is combination of both uh, Oriental, which is the Vietnamese, or the Western. So you have a choice to choose, and most of them, I never was dissatisfied with the breakfast. I find that the breakfast there is like super. Even though you're staying in a not so high class hotel, the breakfast is amazing. All right. And how much does a hotel cost? Guys, I've checked. From trip.com, the cheapest one you can get with breakfast. All right. Um, don't expect to have like a big nice pool on the rooftop. Don't expect to have a good gym, right? But just fulfill your basic need with breakfast, a hotel not so far from the beach, around 10, maybe 8 minute, 10-minute walk to the beach, 8-10-minute walk to the city. You are right in the center. You can easily pay around $8 to $10, $8 to $10 US dollar. Okay, so I hope you go and check it out. Now, this is my conclusion uh, for the whole comparison. All right, now I divide them into budget hotel and service apartment. The cost of everything for a hotel, including breakfast, maybe you can rent a bicycle, or maybe borrow a bicycle to cycle and explore the place. It costs between 420 to 690 for a budget hotel. So it all depends. Budget hotel is consisting of between $8 to $10. All right, $10, of course, you may have more amenities. And service apartment, that is between 530 to 1,220 US dollar. You see the difference? That's quite a lot of difference. It's almost half the price if you stay in the hotel. And I don't know why you are not considering that if you are like all into apartment. The room size for a hotel and an apartment, for a studio apartment, I mean, is between, hotel is around 15 to 25 square meter, and for the apartment is up to, is 25 square meter to 40 square meter. You see, in terms of sizes, I think, of course, apartment is slightly bigger, all right, compared to hotel. And also, we talk about cleaning. You don't have to clean. You don't have to do the bed. You don't have to wipe the floor, clean the toilet. Every day there's somebody there to clean for you. Just put out a sign, clean my room, they will clean for you. When you come back, the room smell nice, and you get free water. But for a apartment, you have to like do that every day. You don't expect like once a week to come and clean. They come to clean is just to wipe the floor. Maybe they will ask you if you want to change bed sheets. That's it. And they only do it like once a week. So what about every day? I clean my home every day. I have to vacuum the floor. I cannot I don't like the ideas of going barefoot with dirt. So I clean. So which means to say you don't have other time than to cleaning, to cook, and to do the laundry, right? All by yourself. For laundry, some hotel do accept they charge you like according to one load. Studio apartment expensive than hotel. Exactly, Jenny. It's more expensive, I find, in my opinion. And also, I find that laundry, oh my God, if the hotel is more expensive, but I think the hotel is cheap. But if it is very expensive, then you can go to, there are a lot of laundromat along those places. Everywhere you go, every corner, there is always laundromat and there's always laundry service. And they charge between $1 to $2. $1 to $2 per load. You know how cheap is that, right? And then if you stay in a studio apartment, you have to do because they usually come with a machine, a washing machine, but they don't have a dryer, which means to say that you have to find a place where there is balcony to dry. And because Danang is a very humid place, whether it is summer or spring or autumn, they are very humid. So your clothes is like very difficult to dry. I don't know why. It's very humid. So you must make sure you find a studio apartment that has a balcony for you to hang your clothes out, and make sure there's sun. Because if it doesn't have sun, I've seen people complaining that the clothes get mold. So for me, I would rather pack everything, put them on my backpack, and I go to some auntie there, give it to them. They help me to wash, clean, and put them into divided bags. $1 to $2, why not? Any reason to wash for yourself? No, right? Okay, now, the pool and the gym, right? For us, we want the pool and the gym. Most of the hotel in Danang, they do have pool. Unless they are like really cheap, like $6 hotel, then you cannot expect to have a pool. Like between $8 to $10, there are certain hotels that has pool. So you can use the pool. Some even have gym, like not a big gym, but small gym where you can work out. But otherwise, Danang is it's a country where you can get better health because the weather is so nice there. In January, it's between 19 degrees to 26 degrees Celsius. It's like air conditioned. So you can go out for long walk. You can go out for cycling without sweating too much. And then you can enjoy the sun during the daytime. Nowadays, the laundry are very commonly found. Yeah, exactly. So, it's a very healthy place, a country where you can enjoy all these amenities with very little cost. I'll break down, all right, later. I'll tell you why. And also, kitchen. No reason to cook. Why should you cook when you're abroad for a holiday? You don't want to cook. You want to just lie down, go to a restaurant that is cheap and serve delicious, healthy food. Why? And if you stay in an apartment, you have to cook everything. You have to do dishes. You have to cook 1 hour. You have to do dishes. All this costs money too. It's not free. You have to use electricity to cook the food. After that, you have to wash the dishes. You just calculate how much is the cost it's going to add on, right? And also, in terms of social, I am the type of person I like to associate with local people. I find that when we travel, the way to create great memories is to like associate, find connection with the local people. So you can learn more about the culture, and then you can, there's so much things that you can learn, maybe even languages, simple languages, teach you how to bargain, and maybe teach you a few bad words and teach you how to entertain, and I think it's a very nice way. Of course, if you stay in an apartment, like I said the other time when we were there, we only stayed there like a few days. I think one of the hotel we stayed like for 7 days, and we are like BFF after that. We are still like contacting each other on Facebook, on messengers. So that girl is like helping me to find location where they it's more suitable. So we are communicating, and she'll say, Essie, I think you should stay in this district, on this street. She know because she's a local, you see. So she will give me ideas like, oh, I know of one hotel there. They have very good breakfast, and they are cheap. You see, it's very easy to get friends in, in Vietnam, And usually Vietnamese people, they get it. They know that tourists is very important for them. So they are extra friendly, and and those people who live in or work in a hotel, they are really very good in English, So you don't have to worry about communication barrier. All right. So let me just break down. For me, I find that for my type of person, a lazy person who like to enjoy life, and I don't want to pay like sky high price, and I want to be able to have the mobility to move around and to understand like different districts. I think a hotel would suit me better than an apartment, because if I were to book and sign a contract with an apartment, I have to be there like 30 days or maybe 90 days, and I cannot get out if I'm not satisfied or if I'm not happy with the surrounding. Because sometimes you have to think, some apartment, they are cheap because there are construction nearby, or they are far from the sea, they're far from the market, and also other meaning, that's why they are cheap. Let me just read some question here. Plus eateries the locals go, not the serving the tourists. Exactly, Jenny, this is what I mean. When you stay in a more local place with a hotel that you're surrounded with local, you tend to pay lesser on the food, and also the food tastes more authentic. Also, for me as an Asian, my we stay there. I think we stay there was a market which was quite far away. I think we walked like half an hour to go there, but it's a good exercise, in the morning. But I think it is good also to like stay outside a little bit, where they are, where you meet local people, where the local people shop their grocery, they go, they eat local food. The price is really different from the tourist area. The tourist area is, first of all, a lot of scooter, very noisy, and people all around. I go crazy if there's people like on my face all the time. I want to just like chill out. I don't want to meet too many people. It's not that I'm unsocialized or unfriendly. I'm very friendly, by the way. I'm very friendly, right? So I like to meet people, but in my own tempo, I cannot have like too many people in front of me. I will be like, what? I go blur. So, like I said, I'm more suitable of a hotel type. And hotels in Danang, it offers you so much for you to, explore, and just no harm, right? Because when you go there, you have only one hand carry, or maybe another bag, and then, when you book the Grab, you just put everything in, and then you just move. Contract sign. I don't want to be like committed. So I hope this video help you. I'm gonna do another video uh, telling you, like, the maps. We're gonna be looking at the maps, like the district I've said earlier on, and what I find local gym. What I mean local gym is hidden gym, like places that, hey, wow, how come it's not on internet or not on YouTube, right? So I will share with you some of the local hidden gym, and also the hotel price, and which are the hotel maybe you should consider if you want to stay in a budget but a good hotel. All right, guys, what do you think? This is a good idea. So make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next. And don't forget to share this to somebody who might be considering staying in Danang or visiting Danang for a short time or long time. And also on Facebook side, thank you guys. Thanks Jenny for tuning in, and I hope this information helped you. Does it help you, Jenny? Let me know, okay? And also on YouTube, I hope you find this information valuable, useful. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment. I will try my best to help you to find information. All right? Yes, yes. Thank you. Bye bye. And bye bye to see you guys.